So, are lobbyists the problem? Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logical Reasoning. And as always, I'm going to say thank y'all for joining me today. So, there are about 500 or so politicians in DC, usually about 541. Well, there's well over 10 times the lobbyists in DC. And basically, lobbyists are people or individuals who are there to look after the interests of the companies or the industries that send them there. And typically, they keep up what politicians are doing and make sure that politicians don't pass laws or bills that's going to hurt the interests of the people who send them there. And they'll typically try to appeal against politicians doing this, usually with money, such as the automotive industry. They have lobbyists in DC that's called the Alliance for Automotive Innovation. Basically, they try to appeal and argue, try to persuade politicians from doing things that's going to hurt the automotive industry. They'll appeal to them when it comes down to emission standards, when it comes down to efficiency standards, where the cars have to have such a miles per hour, against anything that's just simply going to harm the automotive industry or make the automotive industry, makes it more difficult on the automotive industry. Oftentimes, these politicians who vote on these bills have absolutely no clue what they're voting on, or no knowledge in what they're voting on. They just vote typically based off of sometimes how they've been persuaded, and typically with money. Now, some people though, they attempt to persuade politicians to pass bills and laws that's going to specifically help their industry. And this is the real issue that people have with lobbyists. When lobbyists get demonized and shamed and criticized, this is why they're criticizing them. A perfect example would be the bill HR 2864. This is also known as the CCP Drones Act. In other words, drones made in China. And we also know it as the banned DJI drone bills. American drone companies who basically wasn't able to beat out DJI globally, or at least in America, because DJI is the global leader and they put out products that's just far ahead of what most other companies can at a price point that most other companies really truly can't match. So American drone companies decided to basically lobby two politicians to pass this bill to try to ban DJI drones in America, so that the American drone companies can get a foothold here. Now, there's absolutely no evidence that DJI drones pose a danger, because the excuse that they use is that DJI drones are a danger to national security. They haven't provided single shred evidence of this, but yet they're going forward with this bill anyway, which is the obvious reason to remove them out of America, so the people who lobbied for this can get a foothold in the drone market in America. And all they're going to do is just take vital equipment away from first responders. These drones, DJI drones, have saved lives. And they want to take these drones away just so that they can get a foothold. And this is I would say, the misuse of lobbyists, why people are complaining about lobbyists in DC. And this is why you have people saying that we need to ban lobbyists. Now, I disagree with that. I completely disagree with that. The problem with this is that when things are made illegal, they don't go away. They just simply go underground. You create a black market for things when they're made illegal, like drugs. Drugs are illegal. Are drugs gone from America? Nope. They're still present in this country, and they've gone underground. This is how the cartels have gotten rich and powerful, because drugs have gone underground. Because typically when that happens, only a few people deal in it, and a few people who deal in that industry typically make a lot of money. And they've made the cartels powerful when they basically ban the drugs. Same thing with guns. If you make guns illegal, they're not going to go away. They're just simply going to go underground. And basically the worst of the society are the ones who are still going to deal with guns, because people, typically the good people in society, when something is illegal, they just stop dealing with it because it's illegal. But the people who don't care, the criminals, don't care. They continue to do this, and then you just create a danger, because now you embolden the criminals, because they believe that they have an advantage over everybody. They have guns when other people don't. So banning or making lobbyists illegal is not going to get rid of it. All you're going to simply do is just make them go underground. And at least we know what the lobbyists are, and we can look at what they're doing. I mean, we clearly see what's going on with this this bill, HR 2864. We clearly see this. But what if it was underground, and the point that we didn't see it? I say that we should limit the power of politicians. We should limit the power of politicians to what the Constitution says. And in no way, shape, or form should they have the regulatory power to just destroy an industry at the stroke of a pen with no evidence. Right now, they should be forced, the people who are pushing this bill, bill HR 2864, they should be made to show evidence. We need you to prove to us that these drones made in China are a threat to national security. And of course, they won't be able to, and this bill will be dead. But in no way, shape, or form should these politicians have the power to be able to just regulate at the stroke of a pen with no evidence and no reason. So I say we should basically remove the power of politicians. And if you do so, there will be no need to have lobbyists in DC. You think that these companies and industries are going to spend millions and billions on lobbyists if they really didn't need them? The only reason why they do so is because they believe that they do. It's because the politicians have so much power to regulate control. They just need to look at their own interests. So I say lobbyists aren't the problem. The problem is the politicians and the amount of influence that they have. They just simply have too much power, and oftentimes over things that they have no clue what they're voting on. So I say, in closing, I say we shouldn't be looking at the lobbyists. We should be looking at the politicians and removing them and moving that power that they have, because they have way too much of it now. Anyway, y'all, as always, until next time.